Hello and welcome back to Flight Sim World. Thank you very much for joining me in this episode, and we're going to be continuing with the Kahului Air missions, so the free DLC that was released last week. If you haven't seen the first episode of this mini-series, I suppose it would be, do go check that out. It looks like we've got a crashed glider over here, but do go check out that first episode of that mini-series. It just gave a little introduction and we got to see a few things. We got to see jet aircraft, but in this one what I'm going to do is I'm going to do things a little bit differently. We're on express delivery. It's a 20-minute mission. Might take me a little bit longer than 20 minutes because I want to try something. And that is, I want to see how accurately replicated this Seneca 5 is, and I want to attempt to do this by the book as best as I can. Obviously, I've not ever done these by the book, so I'm going to see if I can follow the checklists and all that kind of stuff. So here we go. It's your first proper day on the job, and you are the pilot in command for today's cargo run. Follow the instructions and deliver to Kalaupapa Airport, which is on the island of Molokai, I believe. So we're going to do a bit of island hopping because at the moment we are on the island of Maui. Papa Hotel Lima uniform. So here we go.
Get used to these seats. You tend to spend a long time in them. I'm
Aye,
your co-pilot. The name's
Hello.
Catherine.
Hello,
Nice to meet
Catherine.
you.
Nice to meet you too.
Looks like we're taking some parts out to Kalaupapa. After that, we have a quick
Kalaupapa,
hop
yep.
over to Molokai to reposition the aircraft for tomorrow.
Okay, everything looks good. I'll taxi out to the holding point before we get the radio dialed in. Kinda pushed for time. As I understand it, the company frowns
Oh
upon
dear, we're going to
latency.
have to make sure this is very quick then.
Okay, I guess we can input frequencies in as we leave the taxi area.
Well, interesting, because I wouldn't personally do that, but very well. Let's start taxiing out now. That's not really what I want to do. I would have checked the left fuel selector first, the voltmeter, but apparently we can't do that. So let's actually... Oh look, there's a crashed... Yeah, there is a...
Perfect. We've got ground, so I'll sort everything else once we're at the hold short.
Alright, fair enough. Let's
Okay, let's see those frequencies. So we've got ground on 121.9, COM
Yep.
1 active, and tower in the standby, which is 118.7.
Rightio, yep.
That's us all set. The radio's all yours.
121.9.
Let's continue the taxi around to the
Alright,
left.
she's going to radio. That's fine for us. Right, let's go over to the left.
Good afternoon. Kahului Express 781. P34 Seneca at Kahului Air. Ready for taxi. VFR departure westbound to Kalaupapa.
Kahului Express 781. Good day to you. Taxi holding point runway 05 via Foxtrot.
Taxi
All right.
point for runway 05 via Foxtrot. Kahului Express 781.
Now I feel like maybe I actually do have a co-pilot. This is quite good. At least she's going to cover everything.
781. Contact tower 118.7. Have a nice day.
Alright, 118.7.
Over to tower on 118.7. Bye for now.
I'll switch us from ground over to tower.
Yes, please.
Kahului Tower, Kahului Express 781, approaching the holding point for runway 05. Ready for departure to Kalaupapa VFR.
Right, we're flying VFR today, so that's going to be interesting.
Kahului Express 781, hold short runway 05, traffic on short final.
Hold short.
Hold short Kahului Express 781.
Don't see the traffic. Anybody see it? I'll have a look outside. Hold on, I thought I just saw something. There it is. Awesome. There's an aircraft landing. Fantastic. Right. Let's get ourselves ready for our before takeoff anyway. Com frequencies set. Nav frequencies set. GPS flight plan as required. MFD maps select. Transponder check squawk. What are we squawking? 1562. Prop heat as required. Let's actually get all these sorted out whilst we're at it. We'll switch on prop heat. Windshield heat as required. We'll switch windshield heat on. Flaps set for takeoff.
Kahului Express 781, line up and wait 05.
Line up and wait.
Line up and wait Kahului Express 781.
So
Landing
we'll
lights and strobes, please. Whenever you're ready.
Kahului Express 781, after departure fly runway heading till advised. Runway 05, cleared for takeoff.
Runway heading till advised, cleared for takeoff 05, Kahului Express 781.
Alright, we'll sort that out in a minute. I just want to make sure everything is ready here. Right, I don't like those. Everything else is on. We're fine. Landing lights are on. Fuel quantity is fine. Fuel selectors are fine. Flaps down 1. Cowl flaps open. Where are cowl flaps? Open. Cowl flaps are fully opened. Fantastic. Right. We've got the takeoff clearance. Flaps. Oh, actually, normal takeoff. Flaps up. Throttle 2000. Mixture full rich. Rotation speed is going to be 81 knots for us. Very good. Let's get this going. Alright, so we don't need flaps on departure for this aircraft. Very interesting. We're looking for 2,600 RPM on the throttle. It's 2,800, but we're okay. 80 knots, 81 knots, rotate. Positive rate, gear up.
Positive rate.
Gear up.
Gear is up.
There we go. Flying runway heading, which is 054. Oh dear, I've just opened that. I hate opening those. There we go. Trim for a nice climb.
Kahului Express, circle right to pass overhead the field, then head 300 until clear of field to Kahului Papa.
Circle right.
Across the field and then cleared heading 300 to Kahului Papa, Kahului Express 781.
Alrighty. It's pretty good actually. Got a nice climb out here. Good climb speed as well. Quite happy with this climb speed. Keep it swinging around. Reduce the power a little bit. Still got a decent climb of 1,000 foot per minute. Continuing this turn nice and smooth. Just going to continue all the way out to cross the field. At a heading of 300. Right turn to cross the field, then head 300. That's fine. Swing it out nice and slowly. There we go. Brilliant. Looks like 4,000 is our height today that we want to fly VFR, so I'm going to bring ourselves right like that. We're going to set up our autopilots. Autopilot on. Going to make sure we get our heading hold on, and we'll get our altitude set, and we'll have altitude on. There we go. Now we're accelerating quite nicely. So at this point I'm going to close the cowl flaps. Don't need them anymore.
Kahului Express 781, contact Honolulu departure on 120.2. Safe flight.
Departure on
Actually change the altitude to 4,000. Reduce this. I'm going to lean the engine. I'm going to bring the prop control of both down. I'm actually going to sink the props in a minute.
Maintain 4,000 until advised clear of controlled airspace.
What's that?
Maintain 4,000 until clear of the controlled airspace. Kahului Express.
Yep, there we go. That's going to be... That's the sink, prop sink. Maintain 4,000. Sounds good to me. Reduce that a bit. Unfortunately, I can't reduce both of these at the same time, which is a problem. I would want to, but I can't. So I have to essentially do that, which causes a little bit of a wobble. But there we go. We're doing quite well here. I'm actually going to bring the power down even more. Alright, maintaining 4,000 until clear of the airspace. There's the next island. There's a Molokai. But look at that. That's actually quite... That's gone really well, that has. I am very surprised. And we're carrying cargo. You can see the cargo inside, which is really nice. The cargo variant of this aircraft. I'm glad they've added that. Trees need some work still. Look at those weird lines on the ridge line. That's got to do with, I believe that's got to do with the whole true sky and everything. Very good. I'm actually enjoying this. It's actually quite nice. In fact, that would even be a view to have, wouldn't it? Hey look, you're with the cargo. Maybe I'll use that view, I don't know. Anyway, we'll continue along this.
781, you're clear of controlled airspace. Climb, your discretion, remain clear of controlled airspace.
Right, I need to remain clear of controlled airspace. Right, so let's climb. See, I could... It would have been nice if we had a briefing.
We don't want to go any higher than that, as there are airways at 7,000 feet that we want to avoid.
Yes, I've just noticed that. Actually, there's an airway at 5,000 as well. On the that's on the 320 radio out of Kahului. There is a radio. There is one at 7,000, of course. That's going to be interesting. But we are climbing. I'll give ourselves a bit more power so we can climb up without losing speed. There we go. That looks good. We're doing a 130 knot climb. That's not too bad at all. This is actually quite good. Actually quite enjoying this. I've got my flight plans up for the airport and everything, so I know exactly what I'm looking for. Looks like we're going to be turning on to land at runway 23. But I'll probably be wanting to drop down to 5,000 feet way before I do that. Now, as a matter of fact, if I give it a bit more power and then change the vertical speed to 900, there we go. Look at that. That's six. That's is that 6,000? That must be 6,000. That must be telling me 6,000. I've learnt not to press that vertical speed button. Everything goes wrong when you press that. I'll change the heading hold to 300 as well. I don't see any crosswinds. Everything seems pretty clear here. And that should help us pick up speed and climb fairly nicely. And then we'll reduce the speed again very, very soon. Alright, what's the next checklist that we will be needing to look at? It's going to be descent. It's going to require cowl flaps to be closed, but they're already closed now. ATIS, AWAS as early as possible. Uh-oh. This weather, this turbulence is a problem. Hopefully the autopilot should be able to maintain this. In fact, it is seeming to maintain it very well. This would be a little bit sickening, admittedly. You would feel a little bit sick as this happened, this sort of turbulence. Now we're on a different route, but we're flying VFR. We're just going to intercept whatever radial they want us to intercept. Altimeter is fine. The approach
That's
brief.
awesome, but not the Lele Point. This is a beautiful part of the island.
Yeah, we're not actually above that. The point is just there, but that's okay. Obviously, it's programmed to say something very specific. What I'm going to do, in fact, is I'm actually going to intercept our heading. We're at the speed I want, 160 knots. I'm actually going to intercept that now. With a 15-degree intercept, and then we're going to turn. In fact, that's probably a 25-degree or 30-degree intercept from 300 width. Then we're going to turn off and follow that. The descent, the type of approach is going to be, I don't know. Well, it's got to be VFR, doesn't it? It's not an on-nav approach. We don't need to load the approach plate or anything like that. Seatbelts are going to be fastened.
Kahului Express, traffic information. PA 46 at your 12 o'clock, traveling opposite direction. Similar level, advise you turn 45 degrees right to take avoiding action. Brake, PA 46. Express
45 degrees
please
right.
Climb as requested and turn heading 180, expedite.
Copy the traffic. We're turning right, 781.
Right, well,
Closing speeds will be high. Let's make this a quick turn.
yeah, I'm turning. I'm turning fast. I can't see the aircraft. Turning away. Why would you have two aircraft at this rate or this close to each other? Swinging away towards the north.
Kahului Express 781, traffic now past you. Thanks for the quick response. It seems the other guy didn't want to play ball. Looks like one of your guys.
Great.
Roger. Thanks for the help. Continuing en route. I'm sure they had radio trouble.
Yeah,
Kahului
right.
Express 781.
Yeah,
All we
right.
gotta do is follow the coast of Molokai. Kahului is the peninsula to the north.
Yeah, I see it. I see it. My co-pilot, Catherine, right? Yes. So what we're going to do is on the approach we have to make sure. Right, we're going to have to make the rich. Well, it's already on rich. I just had to check the mixture. Mixture's already rich, so that's okay. Right, we'll just follow along here now. I don't know where that other aircraft. I did not even see that other aircraft. I just had to avoid it. So all we've got to do is follow the coast. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to fly essentially. Let's go to 310. Bring ourselves in a little bit. Like that. We do have a slight crosswind because it looks like I'm having to fly heading 307 to get ourselves on a course of 311, it seems. But that might just be the autopilot. As a matter of fact, I'm going to turn it in now back towards where we need to, because look, it's telling us to fly in that way, which is fair enough, that's the coast. So we'll turn it in now to a heading of 280.
Kahului Express 781, you're leaving my zone. Contact Honolulu Control on 124.1.
Contact Honolulu Control 124.1. Thanks again. Kahului Express 781. Ah, there's Kahului, the bit of land jutting out to sea in the distance.
I see it. 270. I don't think I need 270. It looks like a heading of 275, so I'm going to actually head.
Control, Kahului Express 781 with you at 6,000 en route to Kahului.
Kahului Express 781. Yeah, understand you are VFR.
Yep. I don't know why our squawk code is 1562 though, if we're VFR. It shouldn't be it should be 1200, but I'm not changing my squawk now. That should have been changed for me. Let's swing it in a little bit closer to the coast here. Doesn't seem to have changed which leg we're on for some reason. In some ways, I suppose I'm testing this. Bring it a little bit closer, and then we can swing it over. Back to... There we go. That looks good enough to me. I mean, it's not really 270, it should be like 275 or something, but that's okay. Let's keep it at 270, and then at least we'll join up. Why are you not speaking? Understand you're VFR? Yes. We are VFR. I'm just going to follow this along. Hopefully this hasn't bugged out. But of course this is a test, and that's why I'm making these videos. To see what it's like. We're actually doing very well on speed. Now what's our approach going to be? Fuel pumps on, fuel selectors on, cowl flaps as required. Alright, let's descend to 4,000, I think.
Wilco, Kahului Express 781.
Okay, we're nearly there. Remember not to descend below 2,000 feet, as we'll likely have to join the circuit at Kahului via the overhead.
Yeah, I want to... altitude. Let's bring it down to... let's bring it down to 3,000 at the moment. Alright, at this point I'm going to bring the props up to... see, that wobble is because I don't have another way of bringing the props up together. It's okay though. Alright, so that will give us a nice 700 foot per minute descent. Landing light is on, nav and strobe lights are on.
Kahului Express 781 is approaching Kahului Papa now. Request change to CTAF on 122.9.
Right, we're going to change to CTAF.
Change to CTAF on 122.9.
Fuel selectors are on. Flaps 130 knots is going to be our flap speed.
Frequency for a bit before we make a call. Get a feel for the traffic in the area.
Now, where is the airport? That's the airport right there, I believe.
Seneca inbound from the east. Expect to be crossing overhead to join right downwind for runway 23, Kahului Papa.
Yeah, that's the one. Right, so we're going to cross overhead, then we're going to turn right. That works for me. So let's actually bring this down now to 2,000. Now start slowing us down. Give ourselves a bit more vertical speed, and we're going to almost idle the engines to allow us to descend at a better rate. That should be alright, and we should be slowing down quite nicely. Maximum gear extension speed is 128 knots. Maximum flap extension speed is 113 knots. On final, our airspeed wants to be 88 knots, and our flaps need to be 40 degrees. At 113 knots, we're going to bring our flaps to 25 degrees, which is 1, 2, 3, that's fine. This ought to be interesting. This ought to be very interesting. So for 2, 3, we're looking to be... so it's that one there. So that's looking to be... add 90 degrees onto that is going to give us 320. So we're going to turn to 320 soon. We'll cross over 320, bring it in, and bring it round. Now, let me have a look at the map for this area. 2,000 feet at Yinub. I'm going to be 2,000 feet there. So that's where we're going to bring it out, and that looks like a distance of 6.1 nautical miles away from runway 23. That's fine. Right. Expect to be crossing overhead to join right downwind.
Kahului Papa, Seneca overhead the field at 1,000 feet, joining right downwind runway 23, Kahului Papa.
We're not at 1,000 feet. And we'll get a nice turnaround all the way to a heading of... what's opposite 23? Right, we really need to slow this aircraft down. Keep it going round. We're looking for 50.
Papa, Seneca laid downwind runway 23 to land, Papa.
Gear down, please.
Don't bring the gear down. Don't
Gear
be
coming
stupid. Don't be stupid. That was terrible. That was terrible. You don't do that. Alright, continue our descent, please. To 1,000 feet. And then we'll bring it around and I will take over. Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going. We're nice and slow now. Switch off heading hold right here. I need those flaps, please. Very soon. I'll actually switch off the autopilot here completely. Thank you. Nice. This is actually going okay. Should be fairly low now. 1,000 feet. That's what I like to see. Should be lining up very nicely here. Give it a bit more power. That's 100. There's the runway. Awesome. This has gone really well. I need flaps though. Give me some flaps. You're not going to give me flaps, are you? I'll give myself flaps. I'll actually give myself more than that. There we go. Fantastic. That's gone really well, that has. I am surprised that's gone well. Admittedly, this time I think it went a lot better than the last one. Merely for the reason... There we go. There's 88. That's what I want. Merely for the reason that I actually have... I had a look at the charts, and I had charts to help me out here. I don't like this speed. I really don't like this speed. I never have. But I'm going to try and keep it at the speed that the information tells me to. But I've never ever liked this speed. And obviously I think I'm a little bit too low. But that's okay. Right, we're landing. I think I am a little bit too low, but now that we've got the runway in sight, there we go. It's a short runway. I want to avoid that tree.
Final runway 23 to land, Papa.
Here we go. Actually might be doing this very well. There's 80 knots. What? You have failed the mission. I didn't hit the tree. Huh? Oh, I suppose I'm not going to get to land that. Well, that's a bit rubbish. Oh well. Maybe I should have left it higher. Maybe I should have left it higher. In the past, I haven't actually hit a tree like that. It looks like that tree's I was expecting to cut it close to the tree, but in fact I am close to the tree. I haven't actually hit the tree. Oh well. Well, that's the end of that video then. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to hit the like button if you like this video. Subscribe to the channel for more videos on Flight Sim World. Leave a comment in the comments box below. I'm not going to repeat that one. I'll probably do that one off camera again. Then we can get to the third one. And it looks like there's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It looks like there's 9 to go. No, there isn't. 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's going to be 7. Okay, that's fine. So there'll be, after that one, there'll be another 5 to go. That looks fine. But yeah, I'll probably do that off camera, and then maybe you'll see in the next episode, unless there's a community update, you'll see another video of this. Thank you very much for watching once again, and don't forget to support me on Patreon. Link to that is in the description box below. Everything was going so well until that final moment. Yeah, and your support would be massively, massively appreciated. So please, please, please do support me on Patreon, even if it is just a couple of dollars a month. Thank you very much for watching once again, and I will see you guys next time in Flight Sim World.